music for Egypt. NileFM.
Let's get ready for the weekend episode, ladies and gentlemen. This is the evening show, and I got a celebrity guest co-host with me. Say hi, Shadi.
Hey, what's up? I had no idea I was going to be co-hosting. I thought I was just guesting it here.
All right.
Yeah.
Hit music for Egypt. NileFM.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do a proper introduction to this gentleman who's sitting right across from me right now.
Yeah, you skimmed me on the first one. I thought we were going into the whole thing. And
I
it was
know,
just a
man.
30-second, hey, how's it going? All right, bye.
It's a top of hour. It's got to be quick. But yeah, man, you handled that like a boss. So,
Thanks.
wow. It's a privilege and an honor to have you here with me, man.
It's an absolute honor. Always nice to be here.
Oh,
Last
man.
time I was here, I was telling you before we went on air, it was like 2014. I was in this studio. I was plugging my first feature film ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the same year I moved from Canada to Egypt. But wow, that was a while ago. You haven't been here for that long.
I've been next door to Nagoom.
Yeah, a couple of times.
Recently,
I actually seen you when you came down to do the interview over here.
Thanks for saying hi.
Yeah. Hey, man. I did the proper saying hi. I was doing my show. I couldn't leave the studio and say hi. But what was I going to say? I only ran into you once in real life.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
And it was at a
during
comedy show.
That's right. It was during a comedy show. And I think you yelled out my name wrong. But for some reason, I still turned and looked.
Yeah. I know.
You're like, Shadi Mansour. I was like, yeah, close enough. What do you want? Something like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That was a crazy night, though.
That was
I
fun.
mean, I've heard beforehand that your English is great. So when I saw you, and I was like,
It gets worse.
You know what? Opportunity. I was like, what's up, baby? How you doing, man?
I think those were your words.
Yeah.
I was like, baby, I can do it.
Always great to have you.
Thanks, man.
First of all, let me talk to the audience for 1 minute right here and just tell them that Shadi Alfons is with me on air for the next 2 hours. And this guy is not only an actor, a comedian, but he's also a writer.
Yes.
And
I dabble.
Yeah, I mean,
I dabble.
trust me, man. Everybody in the Middle East right now knows who you are because of, the work that you've done,
Thanks.
obviously with Saturday Night Live in Arabic.
Oh, yeah.
And I just want to talk to you a little bit more about everything else that people don't know about you. So start us off with how it all began, man. Like, where did the whole jumping into the entertainment business, how did that happen?
Well, I mean, it started when I was a wee little boy. I was literally a little kid, and I knew my whole life that this was what I wanted to do. I knew that I was going to be on TV in some form or another, whether I was acting or directing or producing. I knew I was going to be making film, and I just worked my whole life towards that goal, and I'm still working at it. I'm not there yet. Like this is like 20% of what I have to offer, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending journey, like learning.
100%.
Okay, so it started off with that, like, as a little kid, but how did it evolve? Like, once you started actually putting your foot into the door, what was that experience like?
Professionally or before? Before, like, as a kid, I was part of many theater troupes in Kuwait, where I grew up, and we did performances all around the region for British embassies and American embassies and whatever, because they were mostly English plays.
Okay.
So they needed an international audience.
Okay.
That's how it started. But then professionally, it was after I graduated. Actually, it was during university. I went to AUC for 4 years. And while I was here, I did commercials, radio commercials. I was a copywriter and a voiceover artist, and I think that was like my first introduction to the media world here in Egypt. And
To the professional media world.
Yes.
Okay.
And from there, it moved on to commercials, and from commercials, it moved on to TV, and then SNL and movies, and here I am, man.
Nice.
Having random people yell my incorrect name in the street.
Sorry about that, man. Sorry about
baby,
that.
I got this.
Yeah. That was an embarrassing
I'm
moment
not going to
for
let
me.
that go, you know that.
I know.
No, I'm
I
just
know.
messing with you, man. I don't care.
All right. Well, all of you listeners out there, if you have any questions for Shadi, you know the number. Let me actually make him work a little bit. You say the number, man. What's
The number is 015-5955-1042.
All right. Send us a message and hashtag The Evening Show.
Hit music for Egypt. NileFM.
Welcome back to the evening show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If you happen to be tuning in for the very first time, I've got the one and only Shadi Alfons with me in the studio.
Hello,
What's going on, man?
hello. How's it going?
It's going pretty
Good to
good.
be here. So if I'm going to be co-hosting, I need to know what some of these buttons do.
What does this button do, man? Let me press it.
Don't touch that. Nah, man. See, I don't even know how to coach a co-pilot in this job because everything is on my side. I usually only
it's not fair.
It's only in Ramadan where I sometimes have one of my colleagues joining me. So I'm either on the other side here, and we alternate. We take turns, and it doesn't really matter who's controlling because what we do is
you
just
trust them,
this,
right?
Yeah,
you're saying you wouldn't trust me with the buttons. Is that what you're
Dude,
saying? Just cut it short.
No, man. You want it? Hey, you want to be pilot
Next
next
time
link?
there's a button to be pressed, I'm pressing it.
There's no pressing. There's just faders that I put up and down.
All right, I'm gonna fade
It's
up
pretty
next
simple. Anybody can do this.
All right.
But hey, before the musical break, we were talking about your experiences on university stages and your like student experience as.
Well, I studied it. I was saying how as a child I was part of many theater troupes, and that's how it all started. But then I studied it properly when I came to AUC. I did a Bachelor of Arts in Performing and Visual Arts, which is basically theater and everything that it entails. So it's directing and set design and lighting and the whole 9 yards, right?
And that's the fun part, isn't
That
it?
is not the fun part.
Studying
I was never a studier. I was never like I can't. Trying to teach me in the current system is like trying to teach a fish to climb a tree. It's just not what it does, right?
It's like when somebody is talented, but you have to sit them down in a classroom for, like lectures. And, like theory instead of practical work.
Yeah,
Okay.
the practical though. That's
the
where I shine.
Yeah.
Right, like when it's time to apply it. Let's do it.
Definitely.
All right, I know what I'm supposed to know. Now let's just do it.
Wow.
And I did that for a bunch of years at college here, and then it all started to get professional.
All right.
To make some money out of it.
So the difference. What is the major? If you would say there are three different things about the student experience of doing all of that media related work and the professional life, what are the differences?
Money.
Okay.
Money, cash, and like it's money's the biggest one. Obviously, there's like when you want to make a living out of that thing that you do, right? That's the biggest one. The second is that you're actually targeting an audience, like a mass audience, as opposed to the audience who are going to come and sit in the theater.
Definitely.
A few hundred, maybe 1,000 if the theater is really big. But when you're on air or producing a show or filming a movie or whatever it is, this is going out to like the masses.
The masses,
and
exactly.
that's a big burden, man. It's a huge
is.
responsibility.
It is.
Scary. Almost as scary as being here live. Like when you told me you wanted to have me on the show, I was like, live on air? Does this guy know anything about me and what I'm capable of doing and saying on air?
I heard.
You could just quit. You could just like Ashraf Luck.
No, but speaking of talking to the masses and what we need to do here in the studio, let's put you to work a little bit. Take a look at what's going on WhatsApp.
All right.
You want to read some messages?
Sure.
Okay, who got in touch?
The top ones. There's someone here says, I don't know his name. The number ends in 1915.
Okay, Muhammad Rif'i. Muhammad Rif'i, shout out to Muhammad Rif'i.
That's my friend Muhammad Rif'i. Oh, sweet. It's like a Muhammad.
Okay.
Monsieur Rif'i is what I call him.
He's giving you some shout outs.
Oh, right on. He says, ladies and gentlemen, big applause and salute to the legendary, multi-talented Mr. Shadi Alfons. Big fan. What an awesome guy.
Dude.
He's not putting it on. He is genuinely that nice, this guy.
Hey,
yeah,
he looks like a nice guy. I
I
like the photo, man. I like the hat and the...
Are you stalking
the
my friend right
sunglasses?
now? Why'd you have to open the
I got
picture
his number right now, man. I'm gonna send him back a message. I'll be like, "Yo, man,
What's the matter with you, man? Why'd you look at his picture?
I'm awkward and weird, man. This is part of what we do." All right, let's take another musical break. Up next is Taylor Swift and Anti-Hero. But if anyone wants to send a message to Shadi or ask any questions to Shadi, feel free to do so on
015-5955-1042.
Like a Pro.
Yep.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
Alrighty then, I'm back again. My name is Hisham, and joining me in the studio is my co-host for the evening, Shadi. What's going on, man?
Co-hosting, man.
Co-hosting.
Co-hosting.
All right, so my next question to you, bro, is basically the whole thing of growing up as a bilingual. Did that make any sort of impact on your choice of content?
Wait, I'm not a bilingual. I only like women.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but like two languages. Oh, yeah. It affected. Of course, it affected my choices.
The brain of a comedian. Oh, the brain of a comedian, ladies and gentlemen.
Did it affect my content, like in terms of content that I consumed or wrote/performed?
Both. I was thinking more of what you wrote.
Of course, like growing up, because of where I grew up. I grew up in a very multinational, tight-knit community. Like there are people from all over, like the UK, the US, Canada, South Africa, Australia. Like literally grew up with people from all over the world. So the common language was English, and almost everything I watched was English growing up. The content that I watched at home when my family was obviously my family were Egyptian, and they raised me to also watch and enjoy Egyptian movies. So all the Abyad Wiswad films,
of course,
Ismail Yassin, this like I absorbed just as much of that as the English, but yeah. Of course, it affected my content, man. It affected everything that I grew up into. My choices, my preferences, my style in music, my taste in fashion, everything that I do.
Reason why I'm asking, I'm thinking like it must have given you a competitive edge in your writing when crossing these cultures, bringing things together. So tell me a little bit about that.
For sure. I mean, okay. So the first big show that I worked on, that is not to be named, that was the first show of its kind that sort of was a hybrid between socio-economic / socio-political topics mixed with comedy, right?
Yeah,
and that's something that only happened predominantly in the U.S. With shows like Jon Stewart and Colbert and the likes, right? So that was the first time I actually applied it professionally, bringing in those two worlds and colliding them and seeing what comes out of it. Yeah. And then the one after that was Saturday Night Live. That's a huge one. I grew up obsessed with SNL, like my whole life, man. It's one of my favorite things to watch, and I knew one day I would be doing sketches like that. Never in my wildest dreams would I've even fathomed to do the actual SNL, like be in New York and be in the studio with these legends who've been doing it for so long. And I met everybody from the executive producers to the cast and the crew, and we've absorbed everything they have to offer. And just watching the show live was probably the highlight of my career.
Beautiful.
So bringing that here and applying that here was also like one of the coolest things ever that I've done so far.
Wow.
Nothing can compare.
Wow, still got a lot of questions to ask you, but we're going to take another musical break. And when we come back, you guys, Shadi Alfons is here. Send us a message on 0155 955 1042. And don't forget to hashtag the evening show.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
Nile FM, welcome back, boys and girls. And let's get my co-host. Let's get him right to work, man. What's going on with the messages on WhatsApp?
Oh, let's see. Should I do the top one here? Ending in 6:30?
6:30, that is Yusra. Big shout out to Yusra.
All right. Oh, wow. It says, Yusra, Shadi, you have a very calming voice. They should consider hiring you. Oh, that's so sweet.
Ooh.
Thank you, Yusra, but they can't afford me.
Aww.
Thank you. No, I'm kidding. I would be honored. It's such a cool job.
Bro.
Just talk to millions of people and just say whatever you want to say.
Bro, this is why, we wrote down co-host.
Co-host.
Not guest.
I'm still not co-hosting until I press those buttons, man. It's not co-hosting. I'm your guest until I'm on the other side sliding up that fader.
We'll see what we can do on the next
All right.
link. We'll see what we can do. All right.
But thank you for your kind words, Yusra. That's very sweet.
She is a sweetheart.
Yeah, my wife will disagree with you sometimes about the calming voice. Oh, shout out to my wife, by the way. I don't know if she's listening in. She said she would, but she's
Okay.
also an early sleeper. So, hi, Nat. Thanks for everything, Nat. You're the best.
If she is still listening, you can wave at the camera, she can.
Hey,
if you,
I don't know if she wants to see me.
You can stream us live if you go onto the website. That is www.nilefm.com, and right back into getting to know Shadi on a deeper level. I want to ask you something else, man. what is going on with the paying your dues phase? Is there, any difference? Like, obviously, you went through a phase where you had to pay your dues.
Yeah, I'm sort of still. I mean, you never really end paying your dues, right? Like, for as long as you're getting, you got to give.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
In any form, anywhere, any job, any community, you got to give as much as you get.
Definitely.
And it's a constant battle because sometimes you're genuinely too busy to be able to give back. But I'd like to think I've done my fair share of paying it forward.
You have, man. You have.
I've done a lot of free gigs, which I'd like to announce here that I'm not doing anymore. In this particular phase, I need some money. So,
Hey.
yeah.
Everybody.
No more free gigs, guys.
No more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Watch out for the free gigs. Shout out to paying the dues, and let's go to another musical break. Up next is T.I. and Rihanna, Live Your Life.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
104.2 Nile FM. Shadi, let's show them how to dance. Let's show them how to dance.
Wait, I'm reading the people's demands here.
Oh,
and,
what's going on?
Someone says, "Let Shady click his buttons." The people have spoken. The people have spoken. I'm going to be clicking buttons.
All right. You know what, man? You know
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna bring this
Next
a little
phase,
closer
next
to you
song.
Right here.
I'm gonna slide over there.
No, I'm gonna
do
give
the
everybody a chance.
do the
to,
fade up.
to make you press a button. I'm gonna.
Oh, is this I'm gonna answer the call? Is that what you're
No.
doing?
This phone right here.
Yeah.
The telephone is ready. So if on the next segment, if anybody wants to
Call in.
and join
I
us,
can literally answer the radio station phone.
You can actually press what? How many buttons are in a phone number? Like how many numbers
Is it
are in a
11?
phone number?
If
Like
you're
11?
dialing a cell number, it's
yeah,
11
cell
or
number.
something, yeah.
Plus, of course.
So I'm
the
gonna
one
be
that-
calling
You can call. You can
Okay,
press,
fine, that qualifies as
Hey man, that's
pressing
pressing
buttons.
buttons. I don't have any buttons. I told you it's just faders that you push up and down.
Don't tell people that. Everybody thinks you're like
They
your
think that
job's really technical.
Oh,
and you're
man.
pressing buttons everywhere. It's like a cockpit in here. You know?
I can train a circus monkey to do this.
literally.
Okay, so are you ready for this fun round of fire questions?
Sure.
All right, quick
Yeah.
fire questions.
Shoot.
Tell us, man, what is your favorite food?
Chicken tikka masala.
Okay, favorite
Indian food in general. It's my favorite cuisine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite sport?
Ooh, to play or to watch or what?
Both.
Okay, to play, I would say golf.
Okay.
To watch, football, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite movie ever?
Ever?
Arabic or English? Doesn't matter.
I have so many, but if I had to pick one, Snatch.
Okay.
Snatch by directed by Guy Ritchie, my all-time favorite.
Beautiful
If I
movie.
had to pick one.
Okay. What about series? TV series? Or...
Okay, there's the ones that I really enjoyed, and the one that I think is the best of all time. Not for the same reasons as the ones that I enjoyed, all the other shows that I enjoyed, but The Sopranos is the bar by which I judge all other TV shows.
As a critique.
As a critique, as a viewer, yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
okay.
As a viewer, I'm so involved with the characters. It's the one show. I say this all the time. My wife and I were so obsessed with that show. Like whenever we'd spend a couple of days not watching The Sopranos, we would miss the characters like they're our buddies. And like I wonder what so and so is up to. You know, let's check. Let's give Miss Al Ali.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What about favorite actor?
Again, the favorites. If I had to pick like an all-around actor, Robin Williams. You know what? Robin Williams.
God rest his
yeah,
soul.
God rest his
Definitely.
soul. Legend.
All right. What about favorite singer?
Singer or like
Singer.
Okay,
musical artist. in
musical
general.
artist? Okay, no, you know what? I'll tell you. Singer, probably Freddie Mercury because of the incredible range as a singer.
Yeah.
Musical artist, I'm gonna have to say MJ.
Okay.
If I had to pick
okay.
one, it'd be Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not Michael Jordan.
Hey, he's number one too, which is in a different category. Yeah.
All right. So favorite band.
Only because we were just talking about him outside. I'm gonna go with the Fugees.
Nice.
Yeah, just because they revolutionized music for me at a particular time in my life.
Growing up, yeah.
Yeah. The Fugees. I love their stuff.
All right. Favorite character, not actor.
Okay.
Favorite character.
Like serious character or like absurd comedy.
Absurd comedy.
Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Peter Griffin, Family Guy, and also there's this new show that is like I gotta say it's like an 18+ show. So if you're a child, please do not watch this show. It's also an animated series called Paradise PD.
Okay.
And one of the characters on there, Hobson. He's my new favorite. I just recently discovered this show, and what a ridiculous character.
Wow.
That guy is.
Wow. Okay, what about favorite role that you played?
Favorite role that I played? Like role or a character? Because there's a difference. Like,
Let's do both.
okay, role that I played. I'm probably gonna go with Ramy. My Shadi on Ramy.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
character on the show Ramy.
We'll talk more about that in
Sure.
detail later. Yeah.
As for a character, it's probably one of the many silly characters I did on SNL. And if I had to choose one, I'm gonna say the kid from Zizo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, more with Shadi Alfons
Yeah.
right after this
Yeah.
musical break.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
This is the evening show, and we only have one more song before the second hour of the show. So
Top of the hour.
Exactly.
Which I missed the first time because somebody didn't tell me there was going to be a top of the hour.
Hey, you know, I'm still new at this, man.
Yeah. No wonder you brought me in to co-host. You guys need
I needed some help. But yeah, man, in the second hour, we're definitely going to get into more details with a lot of the questions that I have prepared for you.
Oh,
But I wanted to ask you if you can read some of the comments that we're getting.
Okay, sure.
Who are we giving shout outs to right now?
Hold on a second.
This gentleman by the
Is this
name
updated?
of
Well,
Adam.
Oh, I don't know. What's the number
80,
ended?
805 is his last.
He says,
805.
Oh, other than let Shady click his buttons, he says, "Damn, Shady, you're musically cultured.
Musically cultured.
Musically cultured."
Okay.
No, thanks. Yeah,
Yo.
I like to think I'm musically eclectic. I listen to many, many different things, and I like that about myself.
That's the way to do it,
I'm
man.
not genre picky.
And that's the recipe for a good artist in general, is to
thanks.
diversify your portfolio and basically just...
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, up next is going to be Megan Trainor and Made You Look. When we come back, more with Shadi Alfons.
Oh, my daughter loves her.
Oh. Shout out to Layla.
Yeah, Lilo. She's sleeping now, but she'll hear it. She'll hear it tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
104.2 Nile FM. Welcome to the second hour, ladies and gentlemen, of the evening show, co-hosted by the one and only Shadi Alfons.
With Hisham Mousa. Hisham Mousa.
I love the North American pronunciation of my name, man.
Who is that guy that does all your plugs? Nile FM.
Wow, that's a deep voice. You can do that. We can.
Oh, absolutely. I got deeper, baby. Wait till you hear what I got for you.
I'm that man. All right, so earlier on in the first hour, you were talking to me about the theater experience, the live experience, the stand-up comedy, and all of that.
This is like an hour. You want me to remember what you said an hour ago, man?
Hey, man.
You're asking too much from your co-host, bro.
I got a list of questions here, so trust me, I have a memory of a goldfish.
All right.
I just remembered it because I had it written down. Anyway, so tell me about the different experience on camera with all the projects outside of Egypt in the Emirates specifically. The couple of movies that you made were really big, but I really want to hear it from you.
Okay. I mean, I do some regional work between Dubai and Saudi Arabia. Recently, I did my first feature film it was a collab between Abu Dhabi Image Nation and NBC Studios, which is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
So it was like a cool mix of Saudi, Emirati, Egyptian, and it was a wrestling comedy. I'm sure you hear about it sometime soon. I really, really enjoy working over there. They're very organized, extremely professional, and it's literally the best of the best from all over the world, uniting in one place that they now call home, and they want to offer their best because they really love being there. It's such a cool experience. Everything's so like clean and quiet and organized, and no
like
fuss, no muss. You know, it's
Multicultural experience.
extremely, and it reminds me a lot of home, because by home I mean like my childhood home, which was Kuwait, and that's how I grew up. I grew up with people from all over the world, and I consider myself extremely lucky because it formed me to be the person I am today. Like meeting all these people from different cultures. I know so much about so many different cultures just because of where and who I grew up with. You know, it's a privilege, and I'm very thankful to have experienced that.
Hey, multiculturalism and the international exposure.
But to answer your question, I really, really do enjoy doing movies and production in Dubai and Saudi. Yeah.
Okay, more on the difference between theater and in front of a camera right after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
104.2 Nile FM. I'm still talking to my homeboy Shadi Alfons, and I just wanted to ask you, man, about your childhood a little bit. You know, we grew up in Middle Eastern cultures. Obviously, you've had an international experience growing up.
Sure.
But what were your parents like? Did they, were they like cool with you going into that whole artistic thing? Or
my family
supportive?
were very supportive. I mean, my dad was always traveling and working, but my mom was the pillar, the pillar, and the law. She wasn't really. I mean, she of course she was a mom. She had to be the law sometimes, but the ship.
Of course,
yeah, it flew around.
Of course,
it roamed around our house freely.
Did she have like the boomerang skill with the high heels?
That ship could turn corners, bro.
Okay,
If I turned left around the corner, it was following me. Like it defied the laws of physics, man.
Yep.
Yeah, trauma.
Hey.
But yeah, no, she was extremely supportive. As long as I was doing something else, she didn't want me to just do that in case it flopped. Not that she didn't have faith in me, but she knew probably how difficult that business was and how hard it is to break through it and whatever. But she always supported me. She drove me to my rehearsals and picked me up for my swim meets and my championships, and she was always there, always supporting me to do what I wanted to do, which is awesome.
Shout out to supportive mamas.
Yeah, Allah yarhamak yamma.
Allah yarham. All right, man. So let's take another musical break. And actually, before we do that, there's a shout out here by Aya Bahe. Big shout out to Aya. And she says, guys, what? She's asking about your horoscope sign, man. What is your sign?
Yeah, one of those.
Aya, come on.
I'm a Cancer. For whatever that means. Do you guys believe in that?
Dude,
I don't know.
I'm a Libra. I don't know if they are even.
I know that I'm a Cancer / Leo. Like you could be two.
Oh,
now.
okay.
I discovered this recently.
Yes.
If you were more than
on
one
the cusp
zodiac,
or like in between.
That's
right.
right.
You share.
So
I don't know any.
I'm a Cancer Leo, whatever that means. Whoever was asking.
Well, other than the horoscope, now that you know that Shadi is a Cancer / a Leo.
Yes.
She wanted to give a shout out to Muhammad Salah, her colleague. All right. So big shout out to him. All right. We'll take a musical break and come back with more questions. And please feel free to send us any questions.
More questions?
If anybody wants to ask you any question, they can do so by
anybody
sending
else
a message.
can ask me questions, but like more questions from you, man. Come on.
All right. You guys throw these questions at him. He's going to tell you the number right now if you need it. What is the number, Shay?
The number is 015-5955-1042.
All right.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
Alrighty then, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let me have. You know what, Shadi?
Yeah.
Why don't you do some work, man, and let me relax and kick back on this chair for a bit? What's going on with the WhatsApp
you need a break
messages?
from sliding all those faders.
Yeah,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. So we got a question for both. This is a number ending in 0556.
0556, that is, let's see. Oh, Hisham, another Hisham.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to Hisham. And what does he say?
He says a question for both Mr. Moses and Mr. Alfonso. Oh, I like when people randomly add the O to my last name. It works too. Which culture is deemed the most comedic from your experiential stance? So, it's a very deep question. I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepared for that. Most comedic? I would say Egyptians. Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. No, yeah. No
We are
comparison.
the originators of Khif Dam.
Yeah.
We are the originators of comedy.
You can't compete.
Yeah.
Honestly. It comes so naturally. Like, it's effortless.
I mean, is it like the equivalent of an effet in English? Is it like we don't have
like a joke, like a joke,
a
a
hook?
punchline, a
No, it's
punchline,
a punchline.
Yeah. I don't know. We're
Like
just
even
full of
whatever. Even that, the terminology, like how you say a punchline or
Yeah.
something like that, it's not as effective
it's very
as the
technical.
word
Yeah.
effet. we put the oomph
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
comedy.
No. To answer your question, man, hands down, Egyptians.
Egyptian sense of humor.
Across the board, globally,
All right,
from my experience.
All right, then my question to you is also related to, not really the culture or where the comedy is coming from. I'm talking about the genre, though.
Yeah.
What kind of genre did you want to participate in but never had the chance to, and why?
That's an easy one for me. Action comedy.
Oh.
I have always been put into the comedy box, and I'm finding it hard to get out of it. When I still want to keep it, but I also want to do action. I'm very physically active. I'm very flexible. I'm acrobatic. I'm a pretty daring guy. I drive motorbikes and cars and like anything with one or more wheels, right? And I'm all about the risking it, just for the shot. So I'd like to bring these two genres together one day. I have a couple of movies in the pipeline that I'd like to see the light of day one day.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm loving the answer, and
Yeah.
you would be perfect for that.
Oh,
because
thanks, man.
Actually, I mean, I don't know if nobody can see you because we're on radio, but Shadi be working out. He's
thanks.
in a pretty good shape, so he can.
Thank
he can
you
do,
for noticing.
He can do that. He can do that. All right,
It's a lot of work. Thanks. Actually, thank you for noticing.
bro, man. You've been working out.
I've been hurting, man.
Why pain hurts so good? All right, we'll be back right after this.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
Alrighty then, this episode is a lot of fun so far. We sadly only got like maybe 20 minutes remaining, a couple of segments remaining.
20 minutes is a long time, bro.
Bro, a
20
lot of it
minutes
is
is
going to
a
be
long
music.
time.
A lot of it is going to be music. But, I want to talk to you a little bit more, but
Shoot,
so
I'm
we
here.
can,
I'm here.
Maybe let's give a shout out to this gentleman by the name of Khattab. A big shout out to him. And he says, I would like to say, Shadi, you are one of the nicest people that I've heard on the radio. You seem very sweet and genuine. I hope to see you one day face to face and maybe even appear with you in front of a camera sometime.
That's
Mazen
so kind, man.
Khattab.
Shukran, amazing. Thank you so much. That's very kind.
Shout
But
out to
I
Mazen.
hope but when you do get to act one day, it's with someone even more talented and probably going to be a better guy than me.
Dude!
Yeah.
Dude!
Yeah.
Talented and humble.
Oh, thanks. I
You're
mean,
the
if I'm
whole
going to wish the
package.
guy well, I'd be
Well,
like,
hey.
wish him well, right?
Yeah.
Ladies,
he's off the market. He's married.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just had to put that out there.
My wife's actually tuning in right now.
Oh,
she's
shout out.
she's even watching like a creep.
Hey.
She's on the camera.
Let's wave to the camera.
Hey, Nat. Creep.
Shout out to Nat. All right, so another question that is going to be thrown at you. What are you currently working on, man?
I'm working on multiple things simultaneously. We're currently in the writing phase of 2 different movies. The second and third drafts have been submitted. One of the films is going to be filmed. It's going into pre-production as we speak, and it's going to be filmed starting mid to end of Feb.
Okay.
The other is a project I'm working with Dubai on, and it's also an adventure comedy film.
Nice.
Yeah, fantasy comedy.
Okay, okay,
Actually,
okay.
both movies are a fantasy comedy. If I had to put them in a category or a genre,
That would be very interesting
yeah,
to watch.
yeah.
No
So these,
spoilers. we can't mention a name of a movie or anything like that.
No, I can't yet. But
Okay.
as soon as I'm allowed to, I'll definitely let you know.
Definitely.
But all I can say is that it's fantasy comedy and it's on like borderline absurd, which I
Okay.
love. Yeah.
That's the kind of comedy that I like.
Yeah.
All right, let's give them some time to process that. Mariah Carey is up next and Obsessed.
Hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
And as promised, earlier on, I was talking to you, Shadi, about the experience with the Ramy show.
Yeah.
And I told the listeners that we will talk a little bit more into detail.
Sure,
into this
man.
whole
We'd love
thing.
to. What do you want to know?
Please tell me, man. You tell me that what is it like experiencing this U.S. footage?
It's a dream come true because that's the ultimate stage,
dream,
right?
yeah.
The
Yes.
ultimate stage of the ultimate dream.
Like-
if your entire life
Like
you dreamed
Hollywood
of being a kid.
adjacent.
Yeah, absolutely. It is Hollywood.
Yes,
though.
yes, it is
it's
Hollywood. Yeah.
And it was literally a dream come true to do something on the biggest stage in the world. And then you get there and you realize how incredibly professional everybody is. They love what they do. They're there because they want to do it and they're so passionate about it. And this show in particular, there's something about just the atmosphere on location with the family. So it's Ramy and the mom and the dad and myself and the sister and like the actual family on the show, and then the rest of the crew. And there's this like amazing
Chemistry.
homogenous chemistry of like creativity that just flows on set, and it's so magical. And just to be part of that show, man, I'm so humbled. It's like I'm a fan of the show. Even if I was never going to be on it, I'd be a huge fan of that show. And the fact that it's like a Golden Globe multi-award nominated show is just a bonus, you know? It's
Wow.
It's like no words can describe how amazingly honored I am to be part of that show.
Well,
Season 1 was excellent. Season 2 got even better, and Season 3, in my opinion, is just outstanding in terms of writing, directing. Everybody's like level. Everybody's just brought it, and they one up themselves from the season before. It's such an inspiring show, man. Such a cool show.
bro, well, you did an amazing job
Thank you so much,
describing it,
man. Thank
and
you.
as well because you said you're speechless or you're unable to, words are not
Yeah, it
enough to
doesn't happen
describe it.
often.
But seriously, man, wallahi, like I couldn't have described it better. Like,
Thank
you.
you.
Did an awesome
Thank
job
you.
with that.
If you guys haven't seen Ramy, please get on it. It's well worth the show, the watch. It's a really, really cool show.
You heard it. You heard it. You
Yeah.
guys check out the Ramy show, and also up next is radio on the radio station.
with Hisham Mousa.
Your hit music for Egypt. Nile FM.
Nile FM, and we still got a few minutes remaining, but sadly this is coming to the end of the show.
I'm sad, man.
I'm sad, man.
I
I'm having
had
so much fun. I don't want
Yeah,
this to
this
end
was
like
fun.
right now, but
was really pleased to be here.
I know, man. Same.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. God,
Thanks.
Yeah, and I really hope that it's not going to be the last time.
Sure.
Inshallah. You're
No.
going to come down again.
I live around the corner. Whenever you guys need me, just let me know.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So let me throw this last question at you.
Oh God,
Yeah, man.
what's it
'cause
gonna be?
I don't know, man. Like you've experienced a lot of different parts of the entertaining industry.
Yes.
And being on camera, being on stage,
Mm-hmm.
being in the behind the scenes,
Yep.
and also definitely a writer. That's one thing. What would you give any future artists, a few words of advice if they wanted to get into that field?
Oh,
Because there
man,
are
taking advice from me.
Hey, man.
how desperate do you have to be?
Come on, man. No, seriously, man. You got to give credit where credit is due. Shadi is extremely humble. And he's a very,
Thanks.
very nice guy. But as
Honestly-
you all heard right now, like from this interview, that he's pretty versatile when it comes down to, the talents that he has. So
Well,
Come on, man.
If I had one bit of advice to give people who hope to get into this business and succeed at it, it sounds like cliche and cheesy, but you got to keep doing it. Like, do it until people know you're the guy or the gal who does that. Stick to it. If like, it's a God-given talent, right? It's a gift. It's literally a gift. And most people live their whole lives and die and
Hoping.
not know that they even have that talent. Like, discover your talent and like nurture it, hone it, keep at it And one day, someone's going to know you for it. You're going to get your first gig, and then your first gig is going to bring in your next gig, and the next gig is going to bring in the one after that.
And it's easy now with social media,
It's
like platforms.
I'm not much into social media. I try to keep up because I have to for professional purposes. But if it were up to me, I wouldn't, you know. But yes, I can see how social media would make it much easier to stay in touch and make yourself known and put yourself out there. But I did it before this was an option,
Of
you
course.
know. And I like to think that's the harder way. Just like grinding and meeting people face to face and making sure they know what you've got and how passionate you are about it and what you want to share with people and just share that gift that God's given you with anybody who will give it a minute, you know?
It is the best way to do it. Old school, baby.
Stick
Old
by
school.
it. Keep doing it. Never give up. Mo Salah wore the t-shirt, you know? Honestly, it all sounds cliche, but people say it for a reason.
All right, so one last question. What is the one thing that you've never been asked on any interview that you want the audience to know about you?
What my zodiac is.
Thank you, Aya, for that question.
No, I get asked that one all the time. You know what? Maybe like something on a human level.
Yes.
You know, like what fulfills me as a human being other than my work, which obviously does. I love and live for my work, but there's so many things that I also live for and that I love to do. And it's family, man. There's nothing like family. Like my wife, my daughter, my brother are all I have in the world for family, and they mean so much to me, and I want them to know how grateful I am for everything that they do for me and the amount of like tolerating they do of me. I just want to keep it short because I know we're ending the segment, but
God bless you.
Yeah,
God
man.
bless them. That was a
Thank
beautiful answer, man. And you guys know what? That's the end of tonight's show, the weekend episode of the evening show.
with
And,
Hisham Mousa.
and Shadi Alfons. So tune in next week. I'll be back on Sunday from 9 until 11 with a brand new topic and a brand new episode. You guys have a beautiful weekend. Stay safe. God bless you. And up next is love.